So we're going to go ahead and get started lying down on our front. So if we find our way down to a place where we can just allow everything to start to relax. So maybe that means just resting the forehead down on the hands. We can always take the head down towards a block, creating that little bit of space just in front of the face so we can still feel like we can breathe. Taking a really deep inhale in through the nose. And from here, we're going to see about taking the left knee out towards the left. And we're just looking for that place where it's round about in line with the hip. And it doesn't have to be perfect, right? We're just allowing everything to slowly start to relax. So maybe taking a little shuffle, finding that place where with every exhale, all the muscles through the inside of the left leg can slowly start to sink down towards the floor. And allowing the forehead to be really heavy here, and the hands to relax, and the feet melting down into the floor. Drawing a deep inhale in through the nose, filling the belly, and releasing a full exhale. And maybe this is where you stay. If this is that place that feels the best, then we get to stay right here. Otherwise, with the next inhale, we're just going to see about lifting the head and the shoulders just enough so that we can take the right hand, placing it just on top of the left knee. And as we inhale, we're going to roll the left hand over to the left. And if we keep the left arm long, then sometimes that increases the intensity, right? So we can always bend the left arm at the elbow, or maybe just take the left hand down towards the hip. But finding a place where you can allow everything to relax. So maybe closing down the eyes, and just allowing all the muscles around the eyes to soften and relax. And checking in with the head, noticing if it feels more comfortable to allow the back of the head to sink down. Or maybe the side of the face, the right side, just resting on the mat. Finding that place where you could stay for 2 more really deep inhales. Drawing the breath in through the nose, filling the belly, and releasing full exhale. And then from here, if we take the left arm all the way back up and over, breathing in, unthreading the right arm, we're going to take the left foot back alongside the right. We can take it all over to the other side. So just taking the hands down in front, we're going to start with that variation of our half frog and taking all the little shuffles that it takes to find the most comfortable place. Drawing the right knee out, around about in line with the right hip. And firstly, just allowing everything to sink. So maybe just resting the forehead down on the hands, maybe down on the mat. But with every exhale, we're allowing all the muscles through the inside of the right leg to sink a little deeper down towards the floor. Taking a deep inhale in through the nose and releasing a full exhale out through the mouth. And maybe staying here, just allowing all the muscles through the back to slowly, slowly soften. Or with the next inhale, lifting the head, taking the left arm this time just over the right knee. And as we inhale, we're going to sweep the right arm all the way up and over, taking all the little shuffles that it takes to find that place where you could stay for a few breaths. And maybe the right hand sinking all the way over to the right, or maybe just taking it to the hip, finding that place where everything feels a little bit more possible. And we can always rest the back of the head on the mat, or maybe the left side of the face, sinking down towards the floor, but noticing what feels the absolute best. That's where we're going to stay. Noticing how the big twist at the waist draws your attention to all the sensations as the breath moves through the body. And we're going to stay here for one more really deep inhale. And then with the next, we're going to take the right hand back over towards the mat, unthreading the left. If we take the right foot back alongside the left and take all the little shuffles that it takes to find our way back to our crocodile pose, so lying down on our front, we're going to press the hands into the mat, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back and lifting the chin at the very top. Breathing in deeply, finding that big release all through the front of the body. And we can make it as intense or less intense as feels good, right? So the more intense is going to be with the hands that little bit closer, and just lessening things up. We can move the hands away. We can always come down onto the forearms, and we can always just allow the head to hang, maybe taking a little roll of the neck, shaking any tension out of the neck and the shoulders. And then from here, we're going to take the palms to the floor, lifting the hips, coming through our tabletop, and we're going to sink the hips down towards the floor, taking the feet out in front. And from here, if we make our way to a crossed leg pose, as we inhale, we're going to sweep the arms up, exhaling, taking the right hand down to the right, sweeping the left arm all the way up and over. If we reach through the left fingers, pressing the left hip down into the floor, we're going to find that really deep opening all through the left ribs, with every inhale allowing them to lift and release, and with every exhale sinking a little deeper into the pose. Breathing in, lifting back up through the center, and with the next inhale we're going to sweep the right arm all the way up and over, pressing the right hip down into the floor and reaching through the right fingertips, allowing the left ear to fall down towards the left shoulder. Taking one more breath here, and then with the exhale lifting up through the center. If we take the hands down in front, then with the big exhale we're just going to fold forwards, tucking the chin, and you don't have to come down too far to feel it, but allowing all the muscles through the back to soften. With every inhale, allowing them to lift and expand, opening the ribs, drawing that last little bit of length all through the back of the neck, taking the crown of the head down towards the floor. And we're just going to stay for one more really deep inhale here. And the next, we're going to walk the hands back in towards us, lifting the chest. If we take the feet wide on the mat, then we're just looking for that place where we can allow everything to soften, taking all the little shuffles that it takes to find that most comfortable place. As we inhale, we're going to reach the arms high, and with the exhale we're going to take the right hand down towards the right foot, breathing in, sweeping the left arm up and over. And sometimes the right hand reaches the toes, right? But sometimes it just rests down on the floor, checking in with the neck and noticing if it feels a little more comfortable to just allow the head to hang. We're looking for that place where we can feel the release all through the legs, but all through the left side of the body, right? Breathing in deeply, reaching through the left fingers. And then with the next inhale, we're going to walk the hands back through the center, taking the left hand over towards the left foot. And maybe it takes hold of the toes, right? Maybe it just rests down on the floor, seeing what feels the best this morning. And as we inhale, we're going to sweep the right arm all the way up and over, reaching for the right toes, but finding that big release all through the right side of the body. That's what we're looking for, really. Allowing the head to relax down into a place that feels the most comfortable. And that's where we're going to stay for just one more really deep inhale. And over the exhale, taking the hands back towards the floor. We're going to take the soles of the feet together here and just allow the knees to fall down to the sides. And we get to stay here in this seated butterfly, if that's what feels the best. The second option is going to be to slowly take the back down towards the floor, coming back down into our reclined butterfly. And maybe closing down the eyes, drawing a deep inhale in through the nose, filling the belly, allowing it to lift and expand. And with every exhale, allowing it to sink, melting down into the floor. The knees lowering with every exhale, and all the muscles through the insides of the legs opening and releasing. And maybe staying here, taking a few moments to relax. We can always draw the knees back together, extending the legs long and finding that final resting place.